I'm so glad you decided to stay with us because here are some more distinctions between middle class and world class thinking. The middle class slows down. The world class calms down. The middle class is frustrated. The world class is grateful. The middle class has pipe dreams. The world class has vision. The middle class is problem-oriented. The world class is solution-oriented. The middle class thinks they know enough. The world class is eager to learn. The middle class chooses fear. The world class chooses growth. The middle class is boastful. The world class is humble. The middle class seeks riches. The world class seeks wealth. The middle class denies their intuition. The world class embraces their intuition. The middle class trades time for money. The world class trades ideas for money. So think about which category you fall into. Based on what you've heard so far, are you more of a middle class or world class thinker? Don't feel bad if your answer is middle class because you're in the majority. The good news is with a little time and discipline, you can upgrade your thinking, which will automatically upgrade your results. Bill Gove had a great story he used to tell about a man who conditioned his mind to look for the positive angle in any situation. The man's name was Charlie Gregory, and he sold lobster equipment in the Boothbay Harbor region up in Maine. Somebody said, "Charlie, how's business?" He said, "Monday, I sold some stuff to a guy in Pemaquid, and Tuesday, I didn't sell nothing. And Wednesday, the guy in Pemaquid sent all the stuff back. So I guess you have to say Tuesday was my best day." It's a funny story, and it illustrates how world-class thinkers systematically condition their minds to look for the good in everything. Positive thinkers do it because it's positive. Critical thinkers do it because it's in their best interest. After all, what good does it do any of us to whine and complain about anything? It's a waste of mental energy, and you only get so many units of mental energy each day. Why blow it on something that doesn't move you closer to your goals and dreams? Makes no sense. I promised you before the break that I'd give you the secret the world class uses to build unlimited wealth, and I said it a few minutes ago. Did you catch it? If not, I'll say it again. The middle class trades time for money. The world class trades ideas for money. Once you get a grasp of this concept, your financial future is limitless. Because anytime you want more money, all you have to do is come up with an idea that solves a problem people are willing to pay for. And here's the kicker. Watch this. If there are no limits to the ideas you can come up with, there can be no limit to the wealth you can build. Did you get that? I know you heard me say it, but did you really get it? Please suspend any disbelief you have about this because it's just for a few seconds, suspend your disbelief, okay? Do you realize the magnitude of this concept? There is an unlimited supply of money waiting to be delivered to your doorstep in exchange for your problem-solving ideas. So instead of worrying about money, take that same mental energy currently being directed toward worry and fear and redirect it toward problem-solving ideas. If this sounds like airy-fairy, hocus-pocus, hang in there a little longer and I'll prove my point. This one subtle shift in thinking could be worth a fortune for you and your family. Let me give you an example of how this works. Several years ago, I wanted to buy a motorcycle, and my wife was not happy about it. She kept saying it was too dangerous, and she really didn't want me to get it. So like any smart husband, 22 years experience, I patiently worked on wearing her down until I could strike at exactly the right moment. Look, I've been married since dinosaurs roamed the earth, and you get good at this stuff after a while. I waited and waited until my opportunity presented itself. I was working at the house one day, and Dawn, my wife, called me from our corporate office. She said, "I just went over last week's sales figure, Steve, and we're short about $10,000. So I said, "Well, what happened, Dawn?" And she said, "Nothing. It was just a slow week." And that's when the idea hit me over the head. I said, "Hey, Dawn, I'll make you a deal. If I can bring you $10,000 over to the office this afternoon, will you let me buy the motorcycle?" And she said, "Steve, it's not about the money. It's just dangerous and I don't want you to get hurt." And I said, I know, I get it. But I'll bet you I can produce $10,000 out of thin air in the next 2 hours. She said, "How you going to do that, hot dog?" I said, "None of your beeswax, Buster." but if I do it, you have to let me get the bike. And she said, fine, fine. You produce 10 grand in 2 hours and you can buy the bike. I said, great, gotta go. So I sat there at my home office desk trying to come up with an idea to produce the cash. It took me about 20 minutes. I thought to myself, okay, what have my customers been asking for that I haven't delivered yet? And it hit me. I'm always getting emails from people that subscribe to our weekly quotes about how they can market themselves, and I always told them the same thing. I speak and write about mental toughness, not marketing. And they always reply with the same request. Just teach me how you've marketed your own business. And I would always say, no, I don't do that. Long story short, I wrote an email to our database telling them I would conduct a live teleseminar on the topic for 6 weeks. And it was worth at least $1,000 a person. I was willing to sell it for $297 for the first 50 people who registered. Within 2 hours, 54 people signed up online for a total of $16,038. I walked into the office, smiled at my wife, and went out and bought my motorcycle, baby. Right now I have to take another break, but on the other side, I'll give you more world-class thinking tools as well as a cautionary tale of the dangers of coaching other people in this process. Don't go away.